Hey everybody, welcome back to Live with me. I'm back with another video. Yeah, I know I've been MIA for a little while, but I had COVID, but I'm over it now. So today, because I want to put these away, because I want to finish my eyeshadow collection. I've got one more section to do, but I want to go over the eyeshadows that I used probably over the previous month. Now, there's not going to be a ranking. I'm just going to talk about the ones I use because there's so many that I use because I kept adding to my basket, adding to my makeup basket. So these are the ones I use, and we're just going to talk about them. Okay, I used quite a bit. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, maybe 17 eyeshadows. I think it's 17, unless there's a small one in here that I did not see. Also, I want to let you know, like most of these eyeshadows, even though I don't do a video on them, you can find the looks that I did on my Instagram. I am Meech. It is my eyeshadow diary, because I had to come up with a way to document using all these eyeshadows I have, but I don't do videos with all of them. So I made an eyeshadow. I made my Instagram into an eyeshadow diary. All right, now on to the eyeshadows. All right, these are the eyeshadows. Let me see if I can just put them so you can see them. This one is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. This is not her newest palette. She's come up with at least one this size and a mini since this came out. But this was actually my first time using this, even though I had it for a while, and I loved it. I use these satiny or creamy shades here, which I use the Black is Black, Instinct, and Edgy, and then some regular mattes. And it's not an all matte look, but it's a satiny matte look. I really like it. I really like this eyeshadow palette. Very nice. And it's her dream palette, and it's also very women of color friendly, so I really like it. All right, this next palette I have here is from Beauty Bakery. It is the Get That Dough, y'all. This was the eyeshadow palette that I reached for the most in this basket. Whenever I needed like a crease color, or just wanted to do just a regular brown look, or just wanted a nice gold, I would reach into this one. Very nice, very easy to use, very good formula, and I really like this palette. Even though I have like 2 or 3 of Beauty Bakery's palette, this is the one that I find myself using. I don't think I've even really used the other ones more than once or twice. But this one is really good, and I got this from Target. I'm not sure if you can get it from Ulta. Next up, we have the Artist Couture Supreme Nudes. What can I say? Love it. I love it. You got nice transition colors. You have nice crease colors and lid colors and darkening shade for women of color. So this is a really good woman of color friendly eyeshadow palette. The only thing it does not have is something for your inner corner highlight if you want to go metallic, but you do have a light color here. But besides that, I really like it. I like the way it performs. Very good. All right, the next eyeshadow I used over the last month was this KKW Beauty, and this is the all it says is eyeshadow palette. I think this is the first one she came up with. When I first got this, I really liked it, and it made me want to get more of her eyeshadow palettes. But this time when I used it, it did not compare. It did not compare to these other eyeshadow palettes I would use. It was okay, and it has the good transition colors, has the good crease colors, darkening shade, a light metallic and a light matte, but the performance was not there. It's a good palette, but the performance is not there compared to some of these other palettes that I have in this month's makeup basket. All right, moving on out. The next one is this Warms My Blood palette by Unearthly Cosmetics. Hopefully you can see it. So this was a Halloween release, and I don't do too much for Halloween, and I've never seen this movie, but these colors blew my mind. So I was like, ooh, I want them. And they did not disappoint. Loved using this. Beautiful, beautiful palette. And good thing about this is Unearthly has re-released this palette. It's $20 cheaper. It just does not have this front cover. The cover is different, but it's still the same palette. So I really liked it. I love the matte. I love the way it's laid out. I love the mattes. I love the great metallics. I just love everything about this eyeshadow palette. The next palette, and these aren't in any particular order now. I probably should say that already. This is my first time using the Glaminatrix eyeshadows. So I have this one from them. This is their Nearly Natural, because I was like, I'm not buying no more from them because their shipping is just too much, because you know they're in Australia. But when I use this palette, the mattes were great. I like the mattes. The only thing I did not like about this is there's no crease color in here for a neutral look, because this is too light and this will be the transition. So that's the one thing I don't like. But y'all, I use this metallics. I mean, the mattes were great, but when I use the metallics, I was like, oh, maybe I should spray my brush. No need. I did not spray my brush. Not a bit of fallout. Minimum kickback in the mattes. Not a bit of fallout. Wonderful. So that made me say, I think I'm gonna try another palette once they get one that really catches my eye. But it's a really good palette. Really love it. All right, next we got some Pat McGrath. This one is when she re-released the Decadence as a Star Wars. I don't care about nothing about this gold. I wanted these shimmers, because up until then I had missed when Mothership 4 came out. So I wanted the shimmers. So when they re-released this, I got it. Well, when they released this, I got it, and I couldn't bring myself to use it. But thankfully, they came out with Mothership 4 again, so they have it available. So I have two. So in order for me to be able to use this one, I had to have a backup. Now, I don't advise that for anyone. I am not like the normal, I guess, I don't want to say normal. I am not like most Pat McGrath fans you see, where they love those Blitz Astral shades. They're nice, but they're too glittery a lot of the times. I don't like all the glitter. I like the nice metallics that just blow you away. To me, these are beautiful, and I love them. Don't get me wrong, those metallic shades, those Blitz Astral shades are great. But this is the bread and butter for me. And this is my favorite. So far, this is my favorite Pat McGrath, with the second number 2 also in here as well. So that's that one. Love it. The next Pat McGrath I have is Mothership 1, which is the cool tone one. This is the one I wasn't going to get. I just decided, hey, it was on sale. Let me get it. And I'm glad I did, because number one, the Blitz Astral shades aren't as sparkly as you see in some of her Motherships. So they're good. And although I like cool tones, but I don't work well with cool tones, I was able to get a great look using these cool tones and a metallic out of here. And I really liked it. Really liked it. So that's Mothership 1. I have in here is Mothership 10, which is her latest Mothership, Moonlit Seduction. Y'all, I love Moonlit Seduction. Love it. It's, to me, I mean, yes, it got the pinky tones, but it's not really that pink. I love the nice gold she has in here. I love the mattes. And even the Blitz Astral shades, I really like them. They're not all of them are as glittery as the most of them are. So this is my number 2 favorite for Pat McGrath's Mothership. Really, really love it. You know, here's something else. I do have, although in Natasha Denona's my Dream palette, she does have the color Black is Black. Before that came out, I had Black is Black, and I keep it available for any, you know, eyeshadow palette I need to darken up that does not have a dark enough color for the outer V. So that's what this Black is Black is for. They have this one, and this one's matte, and they have another one that has some glittery particles in here. But this does me good, and it blends well with all the eyeshadow palettes I've used it in with. So really good. I also used 2 of the e.l.f. Bite Size this month. This is a Cream and Sugar, and then this is Pumpkin Pie. I used these together because, I used these together because I used this as a transition crease, and I think I don't remember what shimmers I used, but I used the transition crease out of here, and then for the outer V, for the top one, which is the cream and sugar. So I use these together. These work very well together, and it came out with a nice look. No issues with it. Another one I use this week, can you even see it? Shut down. Is this one. This is the Nabla Read My Mind eyeshadow palette, and this is the one I really like it when they're separated and I can get an idea of a look. It really appeals to me. So it has the 4 different looks you can get, but these are different textured metallics, so I really like that. This is a really good palette. Has the honey, sage, rose, and a scarlet, and I really liked it. People don't talk about this as much, but this is a really good, solid palette. Next one I have is from Lethal Cosmetics. It's their Night Flower eyeshadow palette, which is their purple one. I love it. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I really love this palette. The only thing, well, now mine does not have a really light shade because I took the light shade out and put it in a black so that I could have a deepening shade. But I think I am going to put that light shade back and change it out, maybe for this purple or this purple. I don't know, but I just need a deepening shade, so that made this perfect for me as far as being able to use every color, you know. So love it. But this one here is the Give Me Glow Sweet and Sticky palette. It's a nice neutral palette, which I love. I go crazy over neutral. Great, great, great. What can I say? Good palette. Next one I have is the Minka. Did I use this? No, I did not use Minka, but I'll just show it to you. Like, there were some, I thought I took all the ones I did not use out, but I did not. I did not use Minka, but it deserves to be shown. This is from Adept Cosmetics. Look at all those shimmery, shimmery colors. I'm just going to push this into next week's just to get some use out of it. Now, this next one, this is a star of the A star. If I was going to rank, this would be right behind the Pat McGrath's, the Glaminatrix. They'll all be right up there together. This is the Lunar Beauty. This is the 12 Days of Lunar that he came out with the Advent calendar. This is gorgeous. And these metallics, mwah, I'm doing a chef kiss. Love it. The mattes, love them. I know a lot of people were like, oh, it doesn't look like the outside. I don't care. I love it. And it'll have to look like the outside to me, because if it would look like the outside, I probably wouldn't have got it. But this is, I really like Luna Beauty's formula. I'm surprised that I do. I didn't think, that was one I didn't think would be, you know, anything special. I don't know why, but really, really love their formula. So that's that one. Okay, we got a few more. Oh, this one here. This is the J-Cat Triple Crown Baked Shadow and Grilled Mango. Y'all, this is like $6.99, $5.99 on their website. As the stripes of the 3 colors. Beautiful. I wore this and I was blown away. It's simple. It was easy to apply, but it was so great to use, and it made me go out and get a couple of more. I really like these, and they're long lasting. Very, very nice. Now this one is the one that did not do so good. This is the Beauty Bay Dark Fantasy. This is, I think, their holiday from 2022. It's beautiful. The shimmers and stuff are beautiful, but when I used this, my eyes got really irritated. So I don't know. I mean, like irritated where I had to take it off. I can't take it anymore. So I don't know if I'm going to try it again. But I may, because these are beautiful purples and green. Looking at them, I was like, ooh, they're so pretty. So I'm going to give them a try. The other 2 palettes, I have 3 other palettes by Beauty Bay, and they did not do that to my eyes. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try it again. Maybe not. We'll see. And the last palette that I used this previous month was the Blend Buddy Cosmetics Surge palette. Blend Bunny is the darling of 2022 and also going into 23. They have been coming out with some wonderful color stories. I do not have all their palettes, but I think I have 3, and I really like them. I love, of course, how they give you an idea of what you're supposed to be doing, especially when you have multiple colors like this. I really like that. The shimmers are great. The mattes are great. The mattes are dry, but they're a good dry. They're not not dry. They're not, that's not the right word, but they perform very well, and this is a very good formula for mattes and for shimmers. So yeah, these were all my palettes that I used over the previous month. And if anybody were going to ask me for recommendations, I think all of these are great. The only one I wouldn't recommend right now is the Dark Fantasy, because it irritated my eyes. But aside from that, I really like these palettes. They perform well, and I'm having a fun doing my eyeshadow diary over on Instagram. But yeah, that's it for this video, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in another one.